Are you thinking of stealing something?
The Hammer Clan will get your supplies.
They will? You convinced Cormac to help?
Yes.
Oh, you don't know what a relief that is. I was going crazy here. The least I can do is offer you some ELEX as thanks for your help.
Give me what you think is fair.
Well, the Ison clan were due 2 payments. I guess they won't be claiming them now. There was $250 for the first, the same again for the second, so you get 500 ELEX.
Teach me something.
Of course. Is someone there?
Wait. One moment.
What now?
Seeing as you're looking to settle down here, you'll be needing to make friends, won't you? So, friend, why don't you head down to the tavern and bring me something back?
You're going to get drunk on guard duty?
It'll take more beer than you can carry to go to my head. Come on, I'm stuck here. Least you can do is get me a pint.
What do you want from the tavern?
Beer, water, hops, barley. That touch of genius, nectar of the gods. Ah, now I really need a drink.
About your friend Alvar.
What about him?
Where is he? He should be standing guard.
How should I know? He comes and goes as he pleases. But if you're gonna start looking for him, try the tavern. Ask Orin, the tavern keeper. He could have seen Alvar.
Right.
The comet killed this world. We're just the dust blowing.
But the rest of us, huh?
Do you know a berserker named Alvar?
Oh yeah, I know Alvar. That asshole almost tore down half the tavern with his friend Argor a few days ago. Those two drink harder than anyone I've seen drink for a long time. I haven't seen Alvar since. If you find him, you tell him not to show his face in here again.
Do you know where Alvar could be?
No, and I don't want to. You could ask his drinking buddy Argor, down at the pit. He's about the only one talking to Alvar these days.
We have to do something.
Up, you can stop there. Entry into the pit is only for authorized personnel.
I'm looking for a guard called Alvar.
Well, you won't find him here. So, be on your way.
Alvar is needed on duty. Elder sent me.
Has he skipped duty again? I'm afraid I haven't seen him for a few days. Last time I saw him, we had a real session. He had some really hard stuff with him. I woke up next day under the balcony of Ragnar's stronghold. I've no idea where Alvar went. All I know is we caused some real trouble. My wife's still not speaking to me.
Should I check the area around Ragnar's fortress then?
Sure, you can do that. What are you doing with that technology?
What? Is there someone there?
Eldor, I've heard you're causing trouble with the Eisen clan.
What about it?
Do you have a problem with the Eisen clan?
It's not me with the problem. It's that self-important pinchstick Orin who has the problem. He won't serve me, or anyone else from the Hammer clan. You want to do a 10-day stretch of guard duty and then find out you can't even get a beer at the end of it?
Why won't Orin serve you?
You'd have to commune with the Pilgrim to answer that one, because I don't know. One minute Orin will serve us, the next minute he won't even let us in the tavern. What's all this got to do with you?
Cormac doesn't want conflict between the clans.
Well, someone needs to speak to Orin then. It's that self-important sack of ass grapes that is the problem, not me. You get him to change his mind. And let the Hammer clan back in the tavern. That will sort everything out.
Coward just ran away. Some people are saying he should be sent
The
into
Hammer
the
clan
wilderness
sent
and
me.
left there for that.
Ah, that's a shame. Bar's just closed.
Then open it. You're going to serve the Hammer clan from now on.
Am I? Strange. Here was me thinking I decided who gets served. And I don't have any reasons why I should change my mind.
You should put that away. Technology will get you into trouble here.
I'm looking to make a trade.
And what brings you to me?
I've heard you're the person to talk to when you need something hard to get hold of.
Did Angrim send you? Look, I don't know where he gets these ideas about me.
I'm not here from Angrim. I need to buy a laser weapon, the sort the clerics use. I got hold of one recently, but then Hakon spotted it and confiscated it. Do you know how I can get hold of another one? And if you can get me one, can you get me, say, 3?
Are you insane? I don't know this man. I've never met him.
Keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, stranger. I've no idea what you're talking about. Trade? Me? I'm a solid, honest berserker. I don't know who told you what, but get lost before you get me exiled, or worse.
I'm going.
Why do you think you're losing the war?
You've seen the enemy. Alb raiders? Cleric mechs? Guns? We are the guardians of Magalan. It's our duty to win this war. Why does it matter how we win it? It's winning and choosing what we do afterwards that counts.
And how do you want to win?
In a fair fight, not with swords and superstition against energy weapons. If we've crossed the line and are prepared to kill a man, Why question the way he was killed? Better to give up some of our principles than ask our warriors to give up their lives.
Who is prowling around here?
About these rarities.
Yes?
I have Eric Eisenfath's sword.
Oh, piece of history, that. You're touching the past there. Listen closely and you can hear it. Sell me, Alric. Charge big, Alric. I'd better move it soon. Ragnar's going to go crazy when he realizes it's gone. Oh well, pleasure doing business with you.
And the reward?
Is yours, of course. Thank you for returning my family heirloom.
You're responsible for overseeing the pit, aren't you?
What's that to a hunter?
So you're responsible for all the ELEX technology in Goliath.
Why? Have you found something while you were out hunting?
Do you destroy everything that comes to you? Or do you ever try any of it out? And would you ever think of testing it in the field?
You mean give ELEX weapons to someone to see if they work? Someone like you? Huh. It's an interesting idea. Say, why not meet me in the tavern later? I'll talk to you about it.
Sure, I can be in the tavern later. And I'll be buying. Today's the day things change, my friend. Today's the day when a chance was taken, that the door to victory was opened.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the future of Magalan. This world will grow again, across all the lands. I'm talking about the safety of Goliath and all who live here. A fair chance to turn the battle. These albs will be in for a shock. And once the way is shown, all berserkers will follow.
Excuse me, do you know Stormson? Have you seen him anywhere?
Yeah, I met him.
Do you know where he is now?
No, I don't.
He was supposed to meet me, but Oren said he'd left with 2 guys just before I got there. I haven't been able to find him since.
Who did he leave with?
Oren didn't say, which is strange. He was really evasive, and it's not as if he wouldn't know. Oren knows everyone in Goliath.
Could Stormson have left with outsiders?
I'd have heard if there were more outsiders here. Everyone talks about incomers, and Oren would have said something for sure.
Then the men were berserkers.
But if they were from Goliath, then why didn't Oren say who they were?
Maybe he was told not to.
Angrim. He is the only one who could scare Oren into staying silent about something. Stormson must have been arrested.
Can you think why Angrim would have Stormson arrested?
Stormson spoke out against the law. He thought we were losing the war, that we needed to change what we were doing if we were going to stand up to the Albs.
Change what? Change how?
I don't know. He asked me to go with him to look for supplies. I assumed he meant medical supplies, but do you think because I said I wouldn't that he asked someone else to go with him?
Maybe. And maybe he asked the wrong person. If he's alive, I will find Stormson for you.
Would you speak to Angrim? He must know what's happened.
Okay, I'll speak to Angrim.
Be careful. Angrim believes in the law more than he does in people. If he thinks the laws have been broken, he won't like anyone questioning him.
I can take care of myself. George said I passed the test.
You have. I am impressed. Most people complete their tasks without thinking. You have shown insight, a rare quality that should be rewarded, as long as you prove to be honest in the future.
About the cleric. You don't have to worry about that cleric preaching here.
You found him?
The cleric has left Goliath.
I thought my instructions were clear. I wanted him dead. Now he'll run home with information on our numbers and our plans. Your moment of mercy might lead to more deaths.
What do you know about Stormson's disappearance?
Stormson? The hunter?
He was taken from the tavern. Orin refuses to say who took him.
And what business is Stormson of yours?
Do you know what happened to him?
He was arrested, questioned, and sentenced. There was no doubting his guilt. He had spoken his thoughts quite freely, and admitted that he was planning to break the law.
Speaking is a crime?
He went a little further than that. He was actively seeking to buy forbidden technology, weapons from the clerics.
What did he want weapons for?
To prove his theory. But his intentions are of no concern. The law is clear. Such weapons are forbidden. Stormson knew that, and he made his choice. Now, the law has been served. He has been exiled to the valley. A lenient sentence, to send him back to the place he loves. Heed the laws. That's all we ask.
What are you doing with that damn technology?
Angrim exiled Stormson to the Valley of the Damned.
Without a trial? What did he do to deserve exile? Please, you must go after him, please. Convince his guards he's not a threat. Tell them to let him go.
Your buddy Alvar is dead.
He is? I mean, what?
He's dead.
Yes. I got that. Shit. I knew nothing good would happen to that old soak. But dead. He was a good friend. Thank you for letting me know. Where is his body?
Below Ragnar's stronghold.
Right. I will take care of his funeral as soon as I can.
I found Alvar.
Oh, great. And what excuse did he have for not turning up?
A pretty good one. He's dead.
Excuse me, what? I asked you to bring him here, not kill him.
Well, I didn't. He managed it himself. He took a chem overdose.
Asshole. Couldn't even take chems right.
Do you know who sold Alvar the chem?
Me? I didn't even know where Alvar was. But I hope someone finds that drug-dealing stretcher Raptor got and puts him out of our misery. I'll have to risk it and go to Cormac myself. And hope I don't get exiled for abandoning my post while I do. Thanks for taking care of that. Good to know some fly-bitten wanderer I've never met before cares about me more than my own superiors. Take this Elexit. And the humble thanks of the mighty warrior they left in charge of a whole sector. You'd better watch yourself. There are jackals here. Stop using that here. This is no place for technology.
Ah, shit. Back the fuck off, alright? You don't need trouble. Just walk away and pretend you didn't find me, okay?
You're the one in trouble.
And you came here to talk, did you? You want me to talk? Well, how's this for talk? Go fuck yourself.
Why are you hanging around outside Goliad?
What? I can't stand here? You gonna hassle someone for just standing here? What are you, a fucking owl? So what do you want?
How is life as an outlaw?
Total, unmitigated, and relentless fucking joy. I mean, look at me. Who wouldn't want to be stuck out here waiting to get eaten by raptors?
You're not happy being an outlaw?
You know, at least it was my own stupid, shitty decision to be out here. Those poor dumb pricks up there, they come out here to get eaten by raptors because some other dumb prick tells them to. If there's one thing I've learned, if you're gonna end up in this shit, it's better to make that shit yourself, rather than roll around in someone else's.
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting on your mom. What do you think I'm doing? I'm trying to find some shit that's worth selling. You even know how much tech they have stashed in their pit? They actually throw all that shit away. But while I know that, it's not like I can hang about up there in Goliad to try and get it. Those tree shaggers get funny about outlaws. Sometimes they bar you from the town for no reason.
You're barred from Goliad?
Not barred as such, more like forbidden entry on pain of death. I just took some shit, that's all. It's not like they were even using it. Like I said, they throw all sorts of valuable shit into that pit of theirs. So I'm here to collect it and put it to use.
Are you waiting around for Ornir?
Maybe, might be. There's a chance I know a little shit by that name.
He sent me to find you.
So who are you, the errand boy? What, he's got so rich trading with me he's got servants now?
I'm here to kill you.
What the fuck? That little shit. Listen, you go to him and get that dickhead to start trading again. Tell Ornir I want the shit he promised me.
What shit?
The shit. The technology Ornir owes me. The prime pieces from the pit. Well, prime is stretching the description, but it's a good arrangement. The Berserkers get rid of the tech they don't want. Ornir gets shards he does want, leaving the question, what do you want?
Hey, you, what are you doing? You're scaring away everything within a day's walk. You crash around like that, you'll scare off anything you can eat and attract everything that wants to make a meal of you.
I don't know these forests.
That's as plain as a horny troll in your sleeping sack. You'd better learn quick if you want to stay alive. You're scaring away the prey that is my livelihood. It's hard enough bringing in the food I have to, without some big-footed oaf crashing through the forest. Still, seeing as you aren't a natural hunter, maybe you'd like to buy some goods from me.
You're a hunter?
Yeah, I found my place. This is where I belong, with nature and for nature. I want nothing to do with Goliath.
Why not?
Too much talking, too much bullshit. Out here, peace. But you look like a talker. Is that why you're here? To talk?
What are you hunting?
Whatever I find. You can't be too picky if you want to hit Goliath's quota and feed yourself. You won't catch anyone in Goliath roasting a rot boar. They're missing good meat.
A berserker was killed. The body was found in the forest.
The forest is a dangerous place.
The berserker who was murdered was called Asgore. Did you know him?
Asgore? That asshole. Yeah, I knew him. I kept out of his way. He kissed Ragnar's ass and treated everyone else like rot boar shit.
Sociable guy, aren't you?
Sociable just means happy to talk shit. I don't talk shit.
When were you last in the forest by Goliath?
I don't know. Not for a year. This is the best area for hunting, and all Goliath cares about is me filling my quota. As long as I send them meat and fur, I can stay out here away from small talk and politics.
Do you always hunt with a bow?
A bow? Traps? You should always try and kill at a distance. Learn that, and you will live longer. I'm here to feed berserkers, not the creatures.
You didn't like Asgore.
I didn't put myself in a position where I needed to. Little shit won't be missed.
Sounds like you had a grudge.
I think most people are assholes. You only asked me about Asgore. What's with all these questions? Is some asshole trying to pin this on me?
I'm questioning anyone I meet out here.
If you want an alibi for me, you'll have to go out there and speak to the raptors.
Is that your only alibi?
I'm a hunter. You want to know where I am? I'm always here in the forest.
Do you want to stay a hunter?
Nothing wrong with hunting. Let other people kiss ass and climb ladders. I want to stay out here. It's bad enough they send me these half-baked apprentices.
You don't like apprentices?
Apprentices want to be hunters. I get people who don't want to be anything else, so get sent here.
You don't think they deserve a chance?
Sending them here just gives them a chance to get killed. Live day to day, having to hit your quota of meat to send home, while you train people who don't want to be here? I went hunting with Leonard a few days ago. He was so clumsy, he brought a whole pack of raptors down on us. We got home here with no meat, and all of those damn raptors followed us right back here onto our hunting grounds. I'm not doing that again.
You're scared?
Only an idiot wouldn't be. If you want to try it, I won't stop you. Me? I'm gonna have to wait those raptors out, and Goliath will get its meat when I'm ready.
About the raptors. Have you found the raptors' trail?
They've been moving around a lot, but it looks like they're to the west of here for now.
I can take care of these raptors myself.
Then can you leave your belongings here? That will be easier than collecting them from your body later.
No raptor is killing me. Teach me something.
Sure.
Who are you?
I am Leonard. Berserker, prospective hunter, and apprentice. At least I will be if Master Garin will teach me.
You're learning to be a hunter?
I'm an apprentice. Do you have any hunting experience?
I'm learning how to survive out here.
Master Garin says that life begins when the bow comes alive in your hand. And you'll become dead if you can't learn to make your bow come alive. That's the most he says, but normally with some swearing. Maybe you can learn something from him.
You don't hunt together then?
We have, but last time we went out, I made too much noise. We were attacked by raptors. He let me try and shoot the pack leader, but I dropped my bow.
You dropped your bow?
I know. We were moving, I stumbled. Then it was too late. We had to run. Master Garen's not really spoken to me since.
You lost your bow?
Yes, I wasn't going to stay there unarmed. I ran.
So, get another bow.
Master Garin won't let me have one. He says I have to make one. And he's not taught me how to make one. I need my old one back. How can I hunt without a bow? Make a new one? Where would I even start?
And you want me to get it?
Would you? Would you bring me my bow?
I never said that.
But would you think about it? Please. Please, will you help me? I can pay you if you do.
Where did you lose your bow?
Everything happened so fast, I can't really remember the exact spot. In any case, it was to the north. By the cliffs below, under Goliath.
That's a lot of ground to search.
Yeah, but at least the raptors have moved on. They followed us, so they're not around there anymore. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know.
I will find your bow.
If you do that, you will have my eternal thanks. And I will also give you a few shards in addition to my portion from the hunt. Oh, and this needs to stay between us. I don't want Garin to learn about it. He'll get over it when I have my bow back. But if he hears in advance, he'll try and talk you out of it.
I found your bow.
And in one piece. Thank you. This is much better than anything I could have made. I can hunt again. Thank you, thank you.
Who said you could give Leonard his bow?
He needed it, so I got it for him.
You might think you were being helpful, but that wasn't. Leonard needed to learn a lesson. How's he gonna do that now?
And finally, you're reasonable. Ooh, who are you? What are you doing here? No one's allowed round the world, Hart.
I'm no threat.
So you say. What brings you all the way out here?
Are you responsible for the world, Hart, here?
That's what you care about? The world, Hart? What about the men sent with it? If we wither, it does too. Goliath should care as much about us as they care about that plant. But yes, what are we next to a world, Hart? Ants in history. Here we are standing by the future of Magalan, the very thing given to us in Magalan's hour of need. Maybe that's what Bourne meant. He told me being a cultivator was about learning who you are. Out here, isolated with this thing to care about, I've certainly gained perspective.
What is a cultivator?
Well, we're farmers, in the main. We grow the crops for Goliath, and we tend to the seedlings and the world hearts. The warriors act like they're the big guys, but really, they're here to protect us. Warriors might get the glory, but it's us cultivators who are changing the world.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh, I didn't want to do it. This was a sentence. I got sent here as punishment 5 years ago.
Punished? And you say you enjoy doing this?
Yeah, masochist, aren't I? Beer, women, and fights were all that used to matter. Now, I get a kick from seeing just a few seedlings a season make it all the way to mature. I can take pride from that.
Tell me, What do you know about Ascor's murder?
Nothing really. I don't hear much from Goliath out here.
So, you were here when he was killed?
Probably. I haven't been anywhere else in months. I only go back for supplies or to transport seedlings. When was Ascor killed?
3 months ago, around Mana's Eve.
Oh, then I was back in Goliath sometime around then. I've lost track, to be honest, but whenever it was, I didn't see anything.
How well do you know Ascor?
Not at all. I mean, I knew of him, people talked about him, but I don't think I ever said more than hello to him, and he ignored me. He didn't really have time for cultivators. But, you know, people can be like that. Some value our work, others think they're superior somehow.
Do you know where they found Ascor's body?
I'm guessing somewhere in the forest, or why ask me, right?
Did you hear anything else about Ascor?
Well, I'm wondering why you're not asking me about the seedling that disappeared the same night Ascor was murdered. No one seems to be asking about it, and from what I heard, it wasn't just a seedling, it was one close to maturity. I heard it was being sent to a cultivator in the hope it could go on to Tavar or somewhere as a new world heart, but it never arrived.
Do you carry a sword?
Of course. It's dangerous out here.
You work here on your own?
Most of the time. That's part of the punishment. It didn't used to be as lonely. They'd send patrols out to check on us. But since the Albs started attacking, we've been left on our own out here. Yeah, I guess we're not a priority.
I don't think you killed Ascor.
Me? Of course I didn't.
You really don't think you have a motive?
You mean the seedling he had? I'm a cultivator. I look after a world heart. I want to know what happened to the seedling he had. Why aren't you investigating where it went?
You're out here with a sword and no witnesses.
If I tried to attack a warrior with a sword, chances are you'd be planting me in the ground.
How safe is the world's heart here?
You mean with the Albs scouting out Goliath? They don't seem to register it. The world heart mustn't be their mission, or they don't know about it. They'd kill me fast enough, though. That is, if the animals didn't get me first, or I don't eat the wrong thing and get poisoned. Still, all in a day's work.
Anything you want me to report to Ragnar?
Yeah. Can you tell him about the world heart? That it's okay? He should know we're still working, even though the patrols aren't coming to check. But if you're offering to help, there is one thing. I've not had any supplies from Goliath. Can you get them to send someone with my food supplies?
What do you mean the Albs don't register the world heart?
They don't come here. They bypass it, keeping their distance. You'd think they'd come straight for it, huh? It's eating ELEX, and they sort of want all the ELEX, don't they? Maybe they don't like the mana. The mutants here love it, but when they eat it, it makes them sick. Maybe the Albs can sense that, and they want to stay healthy.
I will ask about your food supplies.
Thank you. Cinda is probably the best person to ask. She's fierce. I mean, ball-shriveling fierce, but gets things done. I'm not asking for anything special, just the usual supply run. Or just, well, anything, to be honest. We're hungry out here.
Won't they send you supplies?
At some point, when they remember. Trust me, you going and asking will be faster than us waiting for them to remember. Our stomachs have better memories than they have. Listen, Goliath aside, there's a plant, the cultivator's loaf. If we could collect some of that, it would help us. It grows everywhere, but we've just not had time to collect them. 4 dozen should be enough.
4 dozen?
Yes, hopefully that would last us until we get another supply run. Say, let's round it up. Can you bring me 50? It would save you a trip to Goliath.
Where do you get your supplies from?
Directly from Goliath, normally. Sometimes we'll get something from passing hunters, but you can't rely on that.
Why have the deliveries come to a halt?
The Alb attacks. The warlords have put all the warriors on defense and cut down on the supply runs. We're supposed to be self-sufficient out here, but with more albatax and more creatures, we don't have time to grow, forage, or hunt anymore.
Why plant the world hard out here where it's in danger?
You don't understand much about our ways, do you?
So tell me.
We're changing the world with them. Wherever you plant a world heart, it extracts the ELEX from the ground, pulls the poison out of the soil. It makes the soil come back to life, lets Magalan's nature return to it. So whenever we plant a world heart, life follows. The more we plant, the more of Magalan is restored. We have to plant them in places like this because it's where they make a difference. All this around us, is because of the world heart.
So where do the world hearts come from?
I don't know. They found the first ones, the first berserkers. They realized what it could do, that it fed on ELEX rather than dying from it, so they started cultivating them.
I have brought supplies.
You have? I'm salivating already.
I have brought you the cultivator's loaf.
You are a born gatherer. That should see our stomachs full. Thank you. Here. That should pay for it, right?
Yes, that is a fair amount.
Thank you again. You've done us a real favor. Everyone here will appreciate it.
Nothing to do?
What? Who are you? What do you want? Who goes there?
Are you a guard?
Oh, stop asking questions and answer them. Who are you?
You're lucky I'm not an enemy.
Well, you know, it's not like the Albs are going to attack these trees, is it? If there's one thing the Albs know we got a lot of, it's trees. And it's not like these trees do much. I mean, they're not going to run away while I'm asleep, are they? Did Master Thorold send you? Is there something important? Because if not, just go, okay?
What makes you think Thorold the Pilgrim sent me?
When he was still the big boss up there in Goliath, he used to reprimand me quite often. I wondered if he was still keeping an eye on me. Still, whatever. I've heard he's retreated into study. Let him play with his magic. I hope it does save us. And while he's away, I have my peace and quiet out here.
What do you know about Thorold's retreat?
Not much. It said that he is working on a plan to stop the Albs. It's something huge that would change the war in all of Magalan. You think it? It happens. The Albs are screwed. Just like that. No idea what it is, though. But nobody is really allowed to talk about it. Well, then nobody even really understands what he's doing anyway.
Where is Pilgrim Thorold?
Well, that is confidential. Meaning, if anyone actually knows, no one is actually saying. Maybe he will figure out how to rob the Albs of their magical strength, at least. Then good, honest warriors could go back to sleeping in nice, comfortable beds.
Now there's a future that Magalan should be fighting for. I need to ask you about Ascor's murder.
I can't tell you anything about that. Not anything that's not being said already. He should have kept his head down like me. Ambition only gets you dead. He should have picked his spot and stayed there. Why are you interested in that? Really?
Tell me what you do know about the murder.
Me? I only know what people are saying. That they thought Ascor had run away, but he hadn't. He'd been murdered somewhere out in the forest. I was out here at the time, on guard duty.
Did anyone see you? Is there anyone who can give you an alibi?
Hilda. She was with me all night. Her and Alba, and Dagny, and Erica, Freya, Garrett, Heggie, Magda. They're the trees over there. They're my girls. It's very lonely out here, so no, I have no alibi.
You look quite strong for somebody who's just standing around all day.
Maybe. And?
Did you know Ascor well?
Since we were old enough to crawl, our parents were friends. We grew up like brothers.
Have you been trained to use that sword?
All berserkers are. You think I could survive out here if I couldn't use it?
Ascor's body was found near here. Did you see it?
No. I know where he was found. But no, I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't see him. I wouldn't want to remember him like that. My duties keep me here most of the time. So I stay looking after my girls, the trees, making sure they stay safe.
Where do you go when you do get away?
Nearby. Not Goliath, if that's what you mean. I tend to stay out here these days.
Where nearby?
The lift into the Valley of the Damned. That's a good place to relax. There's quite the view of the valley there. It's a good place to let your worries just drift away. I hope you find who did it.
Maybe you did it. You knew him. You don't have an alibi.
Why would I kill him? He was my friend.
Why should I believe you?
Because it sounds like you're doing something about this, like you want to find out who did it. You should start with people who had a problem with him, not his friends.
Your friend Ascor, what kind of man was he?
Well, he wasn't a simple guy. He was my friend. Our parents were friends. We basically grew up as brothers. But he was sort of ambitious, and that sometimes, well, made him an ass. Listen, it doesn't matter. Just forget what I said.
Ambition could give a motive, if he got in someone's way.
Well, don't look at me. I'm happy where I am. I don't give a troll's ass about promotion.
If you see Ray anywhere, then you let me know, okay?
You shouldn't stand around talking about these things. What are you doing here? Get that thief!
Too easy.
Not now.
Still have them? Go and find a trader. They'll talk to you.
So, what have we here? An exile or sightseer? Are you on your way down to join the damned, or have you just come to see where all the bad people go? Come on, speak up. You won't get to use the elevator until you've told me your business.
What elevator?
What elevator? The enormous wheel over there. The winch down to the world of exile.
What do you do here, apart from shout at passersby?
You watch your mouth. I'm the sole sentinel here. I do the guarding and the repairing. More the guarding than repairing right now. The elevator is bust and no one showed me how to fix it. So unless you know anything about winches, you can't get down there. Do you know anything about winches?
No.
Well, that saved you from yourself. No sane person enters the valley willingly. It's just traitors and failures down there.
I thought you said it was your job to repair the lift.
Yeah, and fixing this elevator is really complicated seeing as one of the gears is missing. So unless you've got a portable smelter and forge to make a new one, you're not gonna be repairing it right now, are you?
That depends.
Yeah?
Have you got a spare part?
Spare part? Spare part? Now, why didn't I think of that? Wait, yeah. I got loads of parts for you, right here, in my pants.
It's your job. Why don't you go and fetch a spare part?
Because my job has two parts, right? Guarding and repairing. Right now, there's only one part of my job that I'm not doing. If I go off looking for things, then I won't be doing either part of my job. And I don't want to get exiled for dereliction of duty.
How long has the gear been missing?
Since the other night. But why do you care? It's gone, and that's it.
It was stolen?
Exactly.
Even though you are supposed to be guarding the elevator?
It could be that I left my post for a short while.
So, you weren't guarding the elevator, and now you're not repairing it?
Clever, yeah, very clever. Look, the part's gone and that's it. Now I'm back at my post and, you know, maybe someone took the gear for maintenance or something.
I've heard enough. I'll find the missing gear.
I don't want it found.
Can you help me find the gear?
Let me think. No, sorry. I don't have a clue where it is. You won't find anything up here, that's for sure.
So, you dropped it somewhere.
Say, don't you have something else to do with your time?
Have you ever been in the Valley of the Damned yourself?
Damned, yeah? Sort of the important part of Valley of the Damned. That place is for the exiled. I don't ever want to see that place.
Does anyone ever escape?
Not this way, they don't. I do guarding and repairing, remember? Besides, most of them down there are too busy dodging the creatures to plan an escape.
How many exiled live in the valley?
I don't know. There used to be guards that went down there to check on them, but they don't do that anymore. Not since the recent Alb attacks. Now, nobody is keeping record of how many have died or how many are still working where they were told to, so who knows? But it's their fault. They shouldn't have broken the law.
That depends.
Yeah?
I've got the missing gear, so now you can repair the winch.
Are you sure you want that doing? Think about it. You're opening the door to criminals. We could be attacked, murdered, passed over for promotion. Who knows what could happen?
I'm not asking. Fix the damn winch.
I'll deal with that when I need to. Right. I'll get to work right away. Give me a minute. So, that's it. The elevator should work now. But if I find out that someone has used this elevator without authorization, you will have to answer to me.
We are sorry. This decision was not easy. When you hear this message, we will already be long gone. Kalan is the better solution, even if you see it differently. Go south if you think it's safer there. Follow us if you want a future. We survived the downfall, but there is no life here if you have to fear being attacked by mutants or lawless reavers. There are rumors of a city in the south, but this whole world is full of rumors.
Stay pure of chems. Pledge yourself to Kalan, and a new life awaits you in the service of Magalan.
That is the word of Kalan. That is the word of Igniton. And this is the word of Herman, broadcasting to all the people, all the time.
I'm in.
You've done well getting here alive.
Are you a sentry here?
Yes. My name is Thorgal. Just stay clear of the World Heart while you're here, then we'll get along fine. There won't be any shit, okay?
Anything happening around here that I should know about?
I don't know. We don't have the manpower to patrol outside the palisade. It's pretty dangerous out there. You'll need to keep an eye open. There are plenty of ambush sites.
What are you doing here?
Take a wild guess. The large plant should give you a clue. We've spent a lot of blood protecting this World Heart. Lives of the present to build a future for us all.
Your post seems undermanned.
Ragnar sent the men we could spare. I sent some of them with one of our cultivators to a farm near the domed city. We thought they would be able to drum up some supplies for us, but instead they've disappeared. It can't be good that they aren't back yet. It's bad enough that the group is missing, but Rock, our cultivator, is gone too. I really need Rock to help me look after the World Heart. He's the expert.
I can look for this missing cultivator.
You would? That would be helpful. But be careful. There has to be a reason why he hasn't returned yet, and you might just walk into it. The farm Rock went to is below the domed city. You should look for him there.
Ascor is dead.
Dead? What the hell happened to him?
He was murdered.
Damn. I knew it. He was just too ambitious.
Can you think of anyone who might have done it?
Me? No. Well, not specifically. He's ambitious, or was ambitious. He always wanted to become a paladin. Last I heard, he was due to be tested by Ragnar along with some other candidates. Passing that test was all he ever wanted.
So, what do you think got him murdered?
I don't know. Ascor was a good man. Well, he was to me. But he could wind people up. Maybe he got the wrong person pissed with him. Maybe someone else was as ambitious as him.
You knew Ascor well?
Yeah, I asked if he could come out here on this assignment. But he stayed back in Goliath so he could take the warrior test.
When did you last see Ascor?
Just over 3 months ago. Not long before I came out here.
How long have you been away from Goliath?
Just over 3 months. Since then, I've been here, trying to survive in the beautiful islands of Abessa. Trying to manage an outpost with too few people and too few supplies.
And you have witnesses to your whereabouts?
Yeah. More if we can find that missing supply team. This camp by the World Heart is where I've been, and this is where I'll stay until the warlords order me back.
You must be good with a sword to have got posted out here.
Not good enough to hit someone in Edan from here, if that's what you mean.
It's obvious you didn't do it.
Yeah, well, I hope you'll find who did.
I think Ragnar must just have wanted you eliminated from suspicion.
He said to question me?
Yes, Duras told me.
Duras? Well, he's a man who stands by his duty. I hope the two of you find the murderer.
I'm working on it.
Look into whoever might have been a rival for Ascor. That's my advice.
Commander Jax, I was wondering if I would see you again. You've stopped taking ELEX. You look different.
Have we met before?
Not personally, but every Alb knows of your achievements. Everyone heard of your crash. We were told you had been executed, but recently I heard rumors of someone who sounded like you. I began to suspect you were still alive.
Why aren't you with your unit?
It seems like we have shared similar fates. I've been cut loose from Zekor. I can't go back. I have to find a new way to fulfill my destiny.
Are you with the Separatists?
Those idiots don't even know what they want. They are weak, overcome by emotion. They've abandoned the hybrid because of primitive fear, and with no idea what they will do instead. Weak, stupid, emotional. While I have had to leave Zakor, I believe in the hybrid. It is through his insight that we will survive. His powers will bring order to Zakor.
So why aren't you still a loyal soldier of Zakor?
So why aren't you still a loyal commander of Zakor?
I still don't know the full story. Not all of it. But I failed a mission for the hybrid, and there were Albs there, ready to stage an execution. I was fortunate. I fell from a cliff and they presumed I was dead. I've been trying to recover my strength and get answers since then.
Then your executioner also failed. They will have to execute him when they discover that.
There. That's my story. So now it's your turn. So tell me why you left Zakor.
I believe there are ways to make Albs stronger. That there are ways we can share minds to strengthen them.
The collective mind is part of the hybrid's strength.
Yes, but I did my own research into shared minds. I experienced what it is to be an Alb, a true Alb. But my efforts weren't appreciated. They rejected me. They drove me from Zakor. Now, I must live in exile.
They wouldn't exile you for research. Are you serious?
Yes. Look, you're in exile, I'm in exile. Here we stand, the two of us, both superior to the Albs that serve the hybrid. You and I, we should be the ones to decide our fate. And theirs.
So what is your plan now?
The only thing that matters right now is taking the heads of the Albs who are hunting me. Once I have them, then I can think of the future. I want them dead, and I want their heads.
Cut their heads off? That should scare others off from pursuing you.
You can't scare Albs. No. If I get their heads, I can read their minds to learn how they plan to capture me. And I'm sure I can get you some useful tactical information when I do. Help me, and I will share my knowledge with you, provided you help me achieve my plan.
You really think you can read their minds?
If you bring me their heads, yes. Find my pursuers and bring me their minds.
There's no way this can work.
You sound like the Albs in Zakor. Are you still under the hybrid's control, or can you think freely now? The two of us are in the same position. We should work together.
I'll think about it.
The Albs of Zakor won't think. They will act, and that will lead to our deaths. Come to me when you are ready to take action.
You fight for my cause, and I will bring you the heads of your pursuers.
Good. Then soon I can fill myself with their minds, and we will know their plans. You should tell me where to meet if we become separated.
I have a camp in some ruins west of Goliad.
Very well. I'll find it.
Tell me about the Albs that are hunting you.
They've sent 3 commanders to find me. I'd be flattered if they weren't all imbeciles. The first is Bartox. He is searching the southern reaches of Zakor, which only goes to prove he's an idiot. The second is Pollux. He trailed me through western Abessa, but I managed to throw him off. The third is Tiraz. I last saw him on the border to Ignadon. I'll send their locations to your adjutor. And I just need their heads. You can leave the rest of them to rot.
Tell me more about your time in Zakor.
I served my time on patrol. I served the hybrid. In the evening, I mostly experimented with new preparation methods for ingesting purified ELEX. They made me feel stronger.
You mean you ate ELEX?
Yes, but a concentrated, focused form of ELEX. It opened the hybrid's mind, why not mine?
Open your mind to what?
Who knows? The hybrid says he can see the future. Maybe I could too. Whatever it does, the taste is sensational. And preparing it is an art. I'll complete my preparations and you can share it. Maybe it will open your mind.
How do you think we're doing working together?
You have proven to be moderately reliable. Remembering that you are an alb would make you more efficient. Alb attacks on the free people have decreased. Something must have happened in the Ice Palace since I was last there. The question is, what?
Follow me.
Very well. Be ready. Over there! Watch out!
Too easy.
Let's waste him.